Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all very much for joining us for the Tech Capital LATAM Finance Forum 2025. We're really looking forward to a fascinating day of discussion around the future of digital infrastructure for this region. So, my name is Jack Haddon. I'm the editor of the Tech Capital. I'm just going to take a few minutes before we kick things off here to, I guess, tell you a little bit about how we're here, what the Tech Capital is, and what we're trying to achieve today. So, as you may have seen from these magazines laid out in the room and scattered around the venue today, the Tech Capital is a digital infrastructure finance publication. So we do host events like this all around the world, but we are primarily a source of insights, news, analysis into the trends that are shaping digital infrastructure, both in terms of the development and in terms of the financing and M&A side as well. So I guess, I've joined the business about a year ago with João, our founder, at the back here. And really, the decision to come to Brazil for us, it came around pretty quickly, I must say. So basically, about 2 weeks after I joined, we noticed a little peek behind the scenes in terms of how our newsroom works. We have a big list of stories that we want to cover. One day we noticed there was maybe like 7 or 8 from Brazil that had all popped up at one time. And we thought, what's going on here? So we did a little bit of digging, wrote a story covering basically this flock of investment that was coming into Brazil, and it did very well. We got a lot of views on it, found out a lot about some interesting projects happening on the subsea cable side, from hyperscaler investment, from the booming wholesale and hyperscaler industry that's developing here. And so that was around August time, I guess. Flash forward a few months, we were in Indonesia for our APAC Finance Forum. And this was the first time that we really run a regional event outside of our flagship International Finance Forum in London. And it went really, really well, having this focus on a specific region, bringing together the movers and shakers, the investors, the operators, the people that can sign the checks, in this kind of intimate environment. And we thought, where's the next place to go? And I think basically over one beer, we decided, let's do it in Brazil. And I've got to say, since then, so about maybe 7 months later, that decision has been completely validated. We've really enjoyed working with all of you guys over that time. It's really good to meet you all in person as well. So thank you for taking the time to be here. We're not trying to run the biggest data center event in the world at the Tech Capital. We're trying to run the most useful one. And I think we've assembled a group here that are the right people to talk about how this industry is going to move forward. So that's really what the spirit of today is all about. It's about collaboration, it's about solving some of the challenges that we have, and it's about working together. So in the spirit of that and getting things off in the right way, I'd like to invite everybody to just introduce themselves to the person to their left and right, say hello, and we can move on. Maybe some of you know each other already, maybe not, but let's keep that going throughout the rest of the day. We want to be forging connections, we want to be forging collaboration, and driving this industry forward. As I said, it's a very exciting time for digital infrastructure in Latin America. I think naturally, because we're here in Brazil, because it's such a big part of the industry, we're going to have a focus on Brazil throughout today, but we are going to cover markets such as Mexico, Colombia, Chile, Peru as well. We'll be getting to those panel sessions in a second. As I said, there are a lot of opportunities, right? There's a huge amount of demand for digital infrastructure locally as the Brazil economy digitizes and society goes more and more online. The fact that there's an abundance of renewable energy here really sets Brazil apart from some of those other large markets. And I think we can see from some of the moves that are being made at government level, there's a real appetite to support the industry moving forwards and make Brazil an AI hub for the world. But there's challenges as well, right? And we're going to be diving into those today as well. So as the scale of digital infrastructure increases, so too does the capital that we need to fund it. So those deal structures, whether they're debt or equity, they're likely to take on a new shape in the coming years, and there's likely to be an influx of foreign capital as well. So I think it's important for us to discuss how that changes things from the last 5-10 years of what's been happening within Latin America. There's other challenges as well. So there is a lot of renewable energy being generated. Transmission-wise, there's some things that we need to solve there, and I know we're going to be diving into that on a couple of the panels this afternoon. And finally, there's an issue that I think plagues this industry globally, no matter where we go as the tech capital, and that's talent. So I don't know about you guys, I didn't wake up when I was 10 years old and say, Mom, Dad, I want to be a digital infrastructure journalist. I guess most of you guys didn't ever think that you'd be working in data centers at that age either. And that's an issue that we really need to work together and solve as an industry. As we're growing, there is a big talent gap. We need to get people into this field that can help, grow it and make it realize its potential. So yeah, we're going to be diving into all of those challenges, all of those opportunities today throughout the panel sessions. Some of you will have been invited to some roundtables as well, which are just going to be taking place just across the corridor over there. So we go into even more detail in some of those sessions. Yeah, I think that's all from me. So let's get things rolling. We're going to invite up our first panel, which is being moderated by Helen. And yeah, let's get the show on the road.